Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is my makeup collection and inventory series for 2024. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today's video is going to be one of 6 installments. I'll be reusing this intro for all of them to show you my entire makeup collection in terms of foundation, concealer, bronzer, highlighter, blush, and lipstick. And we're gonna do swatches. So I'm just reusing this, so I'll have some text on the screen to let you know which installment it is you're watching today. Let's just get to it because these videos can be very long. In case you're new here, you've never been to my channel before, then maybe it's good to know who I am and what I like doing on this channel. My name is Maaike, I live in the Netherlands. I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, and this greatly influences how I feel about makeup. I have been reviewing makeup for more than a decade. I love trying Essence and Catrice and getting the use out of my makeup. So if that's something you're interested in as well, then I hope you'd like to consider subscribing. So this is, I think, part 4 of my makeup inventory. These are all of my highlighters. My powder highlighters are right here. These are some creams, and these are some blush palettes that also have highlighters in. I'm including them here because I have fewer highlighters than I do blushes, which is why they go here. So let me take everything out and show you, like, lay it all out in front of you so that we have a good overview of what everything is here. Alright, so I have everything laid out in front of you. We're going to be swatching creams and liquids first and face palettes, and then we'll get to all of these powder things. I haven't been buying too many highlighters either. Like, I have, like, kept this within reason for quite a bit, I feel. So I have these 2 face palettes here. This is Wayne Goss. This is in Vivid Azalea. So these are a blush and a highlighter. So this blush is really pretty, but I haven't really been reaching for this. So I need to make sure that I put it a little bit more front and center in my makeup collection because this blush is really stunning. And then I have this highlighter here, which is a little bit too yellow for me. So I feel that the blush I like, so maybe I should put these with my powder blushes at some point. Sydney Gray's palette also has Sydney Gray's blush and highlighter in here. These came in a mystery bag that I got this year. So let me show it to you like this. Like a really nice rosy pink. I'm not sure I love the highlighter. And these are also quite big, like big and bulky. Like this highlighter is just a little bit too intense for me. I do really like that it has like a lavender blue sort of vibe to it. I do like that. And the blush is a little bit like sheer, but I do really enjoy the blush in here. Speaking of Sydney Gray's, this ColourPop compact, which was all the way at the top here, actually also holds a Sydney Gray's blush. I think it was a blush, not a highlighter, I should say. So this is a more peachy tone one. This is one I got in a mystery bag last year. So I think maybe I might, like, let me swatch them side by side so that I can compare the 2 highlighters from Sydney Gray's. Because I think this may be better as a highlighter for me than this one. This is a little bit too warm toned, even though I really enjoy peachy toned highlighters, as you'll see. This is really pretty. I like both of them. So I promised you, like, liquids and creams first. So I have this one from NYX. I did a full face of NYX in 2023 and got this. I don't love this, I think. I mean, it's pretty, but I just don't wear this. Same for this one from Catrice. This is the All Over Glow Tint. I buy these things for reviews to see if I like them. And sometimes I really like them. That's why, like, I never know for sure. Like, this is more of a rose gold compared to the NYX. Like, this is a lot more icy. Not my shade. The e.l.f. Jelly Pop highlighter. I got this for a full face of e.l.f. and I do like it. It's just a little stiff and it needs a lot of warming up for it to even show up. So I don't think I like it because it's just a little too similar to something like this by Glossier. I love this. This is Haloscope. The Haloscope in Quartz. So I actually like the Glossier a little bit better. It's more of that like glass skin. Like here's where the Glossier is. This is a little bit too on the nose, I feel. And this is by Makeup Revolution. This was okay. I didn't mind it all that much, but it's also, again, not my favorite shade or anything. I have things like that in my powders that are just far easier to use. And this, it's like it won't close properly. Like, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. The packaging is a bit iffy. And then I have my Rare Beauty one in Mesmerize. This I do love. Like, this is that peach highlighter that I just love. And with these Rare Beauty liquid products, like, a little goes a long way. You only need one dot for your entire face. But this I do like in terms of, like, it's got a little bit more shine. It's much better for me than any of the other peachy things I have in a liquid. And then I have two products that are essentially the same thing in my brain anyways. The RMS Living Luminizer and this face gloss from Studio London. Like, I don't think the shades are 100% the same, but they definitely give you that same sort of glass-like finish. So here's what they look like side by side. So this is more like a white to gold. We put that here. Like, it looks a lot more yellow in the pan, I feel, than what it does when it goes on. It's very, very pretty. And then I have this face gloss from Studio London, which is Superdrug, which gives like the same sort of effect. It's got a little less shine. It's more of a gloss. So I like both of these, actually. I really enjoy both. Especially in like the summertime when I don't want to wear anything too heavy or I don't need that much. I like this. Like in the winter, I'm more of a powder highlighter girl. But in like the spring summer season, I like to go in with my creams and liquids. And then I have 3 Sydney Grace ones. And these are really pretty. I adore the formula of these, just like the bronzers that I showed you before. But there's one that's way too dark. Like, this is eyeshadow for me. This would be lovely if you have deep skin, but not for me. I think this came out of a mystery bag that I didn't, like, I think I got it like extra. So it's like a really nice bronzy, coppery kind of shade. And then I have All Is Bright. Like, you can't buy these individually, which I think is a bit of a shame. Like, I wish these mystery bags from Sydney Grace would actually come with permanent products, but they're always limited. This one I can get down with. Like, it's a nice enough shade, but I actually prefer Sugar Cookie. This is the one I've used the most, because this is the more, like the lighter one of the 3. So you can just see that it does a lot more highlighting on me. But I think I can get away with All Is Bright. It's just that All Is Bright has a bit more of like a golden undertone, and Sugar Cookie is a little bit more silver leaning. So that's why I like that one a little bit better. Finally, we have all of these like Charlotte Tilbury like esque wand things. So I have Spotlight. So I know that I actually have a dupe for this in my Catrice one right here. So this is pretty. I like that one. Not exactly my shade, but Maleficent here is the same sort of shade from Catrice. It's a little bit more golden tone. This has a bit more peach to it, a bit more pink. And then I have this peachy one. This is another peach toned highlighter in a liquid form that I like. This is the Cruella one, and it's my favorite of the 2 that I have here from Catrice. So there we have that one. Really pretty, very sheer. Like, if the Rare Beauty is far too intense, then definitely wait for a limited edition from Catrice, because they do bring these back. They actually brought back these 2 shades for their 2023 limited edition Christmas collection. And then we have the Halo Glow from e.l.f., which I have yet to review. I don't love the packaging with this, because you need to like twist it up. It's a bit dinky. And this is a lot more pink than any of these. So that's why it is different enough for me. And it's the Highlight in Rose Quartz, which means we can move into all of my powders. So let's start with these ones. So not all of them are all powders, because this is actually a bit more of a cream. But I think these are the ones, yeah, these are the ones I have from K-Beauty brands. So highlighter within K-Beauty, like, it's a thing, but also at the same time it isn't quite. So these 2 are new to me. This is the one I kept last year. I tried a bunch of them, and this is the one I wanted to keep. This is by the same. It's their Prism highlighter in Baby Berry Beam, I believe. The shade isn't on the back, but do you just see it has that gold reflect, but then it has a pink base. And that's also what it looks like on the face. So this is definitely a little bit different for me. Oh wait, that was not the right spot to swatch it. Hold on. Hold on. I was going to swatch it here. So I can show you these side by side, you could say. But I'm not sure if this is going to capture the light. So this is perhaps better for showing you the shift. Here you can see pink, gold, pink, gold, pink. Then this is quite new to me, Colorgram. I only just got this the other day. And this is a very nice icy sort of highlighter. It's a bit sheer, and then it just has a little bit more of like that glass-like sort of, oh, there we can see it a little bit. If I really stretch my arm. So it's got a much sheerer base, and then it just has a pinky lavender sort of flash to it. And then we have Lily by Red. This is their Glow Veil. Lily by Red is a brand I discovered in 2023, and I've been loving them a lot, so I've just been wanting to try more by them. And this is like, it's similar to the Colorgram one, I'm not gonna lie. It's that sort of pink, and this is like a cream to powder. It feels a bit like a ColourPop Super Shock, so I do like that. But I think it may actually be, yeah, it's like the pink version of the Colorgram one. So the Colorgram is the sheerest of the three. This has a bit more base pigment to it. And yeah, I was swatching some eyeshadow yesterday and it stained my arm. Some more small bits here. This is by Catrice. This is their More Than Glow highlighter. This is so pretty. This is so intense. Like, I've kept this over much more high-end highlighters in the past because it's just, look at that. It's so high shine. It's amazing. So it's not a subtle one for sure. And this is Ultimate Platinum Gaze, which it's like a cooler tone gold. Some Essence then here. This is the Gimme Glow highlighter in Lovely Rose. I've mentioned how I love this formula. It was in my 2023 favorites of the year. This is a putty sort of cream to powder highlighter. It feels luxury. The packaging doesn't. The product does. And for as warm toned as it looks in the pan, like, if you just look at this, like, you wouldn't think that would swatch like that. It's like, it looks very dark rose gold, but then it has this really pretty, more cool tone flash. And also from Catrice, new in 2023 was the Glow Lights highlighter. This only comes in one shade, and it looks like it's very sort of like warm with pink, but you can see where I've sort of dug in, where my brush has hit it. The yellow seems to be a bit of an overspray, so it's essentially a pink highlighter. It was just made to look a little prettier. And I think this may actually be, yeah, a little icier than the Essence one, but similar. Speaking of, one of my favorite things, peach toned highlighters. It's right here. This is my favorite, the Nabla Skin Glazing in Privilege. This is so pretty. This is very warm toned, perhaps, compared to everything else, but I do really enjoy that. That's a really pretty highlight. And then we have some more subtle highlighters here as well. This is the Kiko Shade Fusion, no, Glow Fusion in 01, and you can just look at that dip. I've had this for years. I still love this thing. It's just really, really stunning for if you don't want to wear too much highlighter. Looks a bit white here, but it's got a very subtle glow. It's more like satin finish. Another slightly more subtle highlighter. This is by Hourglass. This is the Iridescent Strobe Light Highlighting Powder. This is, again, like a soft peachy undertone, and it's very soft focus, like the Kiko one. Only, it's like the Kiko one, but in a peach, you could say. So here we have the Hourglass one. You can just see that these are far less shiny than some of the other ones here. This should have gone perhaps with the creams, because essentially it is, but this is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats in Diamond Bomb. And this is really pretty. I go back to this every single year. I love this around like the holiday season because this has actual sparkle to it. And a lot of people say they don't like that, but there's just something about this formula that I feel really does it for me. So you just see transparent base and just a lot of sparkle. One that I have bought, but I just haven't tried enough, is Rare Beauty. This is the Enlighten highlighter. This is their powder highlighter that like breaks and shatters on everyone, so I'm a bit nervous to use it. And I went with a different shade than I do in the liquids, because they also do this one, I believe, in the same peachy tone as I have in the liquids, but I didn't want that. So here we have it. It's incredibly high shine. It's more like a white, but it's not a stark white, I feel. This one is, again, a little bit dirty. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter in Aura. This is really, really old, but I still love this. It's like, it was one of my first like more lavender leaning highlighters, and I still love it for that. Like what it gave me then, do I still need this? That's something I'm gonna have to decide when I declutter. What do you guys think? Would I have to keep this one around or not? Like it's a very, again, more subtle highlight. Speaking of pinky purples, I have this one from Becca, so I'll swatch this one right next to it. This is the the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Prismatic Amethyst. Oh ja, dan moet ze maar verwachten. So here we have that one. And I'll swatch it right next to it so you can see the difference. Because in my brain, these are like the same, but one is like really shiny and the other one is a bit more subtle. Then we have the other Becca highlighter I have here. This is in Pearl. This is a true white. I thought I had decluttered this, but it is a true white. Of course, Becca, you can no longer buy, sadly. And yeah, I really did enjoy the brand. So here we have Pearl. Maybe time to get rid of this. I never wear white highlighters. If I go for a white highlighter, I wear something like this. This is the Lighten Up Diamond Glow highlighter from Quartz in the lightest shade, which is called Champagne Pelican. And it's like a white to gold highlighter. Like, I got rid of most of my white to gold highlighters because I had so many. And then I was like, oh, but I can wear pearl and then wear something else that's a bit more golden toned with it. But this, I just like a little bit better. Like, this is a bit too stark against my skin, whereas this disappears more and just gives me the highlight. I also have Vanilla Quartz from Becca, which is very similar. Again, you can see how much I've used it, I think, like where my brush has hit it. I do go back to these, so that's why I still have some of these Becca products, because I do use them. And it's like, again, like the Quartz is like a bit more subtle and Vanilla Quartz is the more intense option. Speaking of something that's a little bit less intense, this Glow Lover Oil Infused Highlighter from Catrice, I loved, but this is very subtle. It's a very cool toned, it does have shine, but it's a little bit more, well, sophisticated, I would say. Again, I don't think you need really expensive highlighters for a highlighter to work. So this is that one right there. It's really pretty. It's more pink than anything I've shown you so far. I still have one of my Kaleidos highlighters. I used to have like the full collection, and this is the only one I kept because this is the only one that was different enough from everything else I have, and I just realized I wasn't going to use like blue highlighters or anything like that. I have the multi-chrome ones as well, but I keep them with my eyeshadows. Mars Melter is a white transparent base. I'm not sure if you can see, but then it has a magenta, like reddish pink flip. This thing is insane. I'm not sure if you can see here. And it's, again, it's like, it's just different from everything else I have. I'm not sure if it shows up as different. It looks white in the viewfinder. I think this way you can see the flash a bit better. So this one, this is the old Mars Melter though. You can no longer buy this one. Melt right here. This is Morning Star. This is again like that white gold kind of thing. Really pretty, but the twist here is that it has peach. So it's a little bit differently from things like Vanilla Quartz and the Quartz ones, which are right here. So again, it just looks like a yellow, I know, but it's got this like pinky peach flash that I just really love. This one from Catrice was really special, but I haven't really used it. It was limited edition. This is Lilac Frozen Glow. And again, it looks like a gold, but it has a lilac flash. And the formula on this, like texture-wise, was just really pretty. So that's why I've always liked it. Like it looks a little bit icy. Maybe compared to everything else, it's not as special as I remember it being. Still have my cookie highlighter from Benefit. Really enjoyed this, as you can see from where my brush has hit it. Like I went to town on this thing when I first got it. But this is very intense. And it's again, like a little bit more like peach. Let me put this one down here. Like it's a little bit more intense than everything else I have, which is why I've kept it around. My favorite pink toned highlighter is this one from Dior. This is Pink Glow. And I got rid of so many of my icy pink highlighters in favor of this. Like this is just absolutely stunning. And then we'll put this one over here. Like it's got a lot of shine, but it's really, really pretty. It's like the perfect like lighter pink highlighter for me. I just really enjoy it. Then I have my Fenty Beauty one. This is the Kilowatt highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I only use the Fire Crystal side. The other one I think is too subtle, but you can just see. I'm not sure. There's a pinprick of a pan right there. I've really dug into this thing. But yeah, I use this a lot. Let me put this one here on my wrist. We still have a bit of space. So this is again a little bit more intense for if I want to go for that. But I haven't been about the very intense highlighter life lately. And then I have this. This is my only true gold from NARS, the Fort de France. I use this every December. This is like my perfect Christmas highlighter. It is dark. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a true gold, which I don't normally gravitate towards, but something about this in like December time is perfect. I have my two MAC highlighters. I have Double Gleam and Show Gold. Double Gleam is again that sort of white gold kind of thing. I really need to, okay, condense down the white gold. I'll put this one right here so you can just see it's a lot lighter than Fort de France is and a little bit more shiny. And then I have Show Gold, which is a gold to a pink. So the one by the same, which is right here. Let me put this one right here so you can see the difference. So this one is from the same, and this is a pink to gold, and Show Gold is a gold to pink. So they're essentially the same thing, but the flips are different. And again, this is something I wear in the summer because I'm too fair in the winter time to pull this off. Then I have one of the Harry Potter highlighters from ColourPop. So this one I almost decluttered last year, and then I pulled it because this looks different to me every single time I swatch it. It was described on the website as a taupe highlighter, but I felt it was too rose gold, and it's one of their like super shocks. But I don't know, it's like the more I swatch it, the more I actually see the taupe. So let me put that one over here. Like it's got pink, but then it also has a really nice cool tone flash. So if it's very concentrated, I feel it looks taupe. And if I really sort of like rub it in, I can see that cool tonedness coming through. So you can tell what one of my favorite brands is. It's Kiko. So I have this one. This is quite new to me, the glitter baked one. And this is one of their Ultimate Glow highlighters. This is more like peachy coral. I'm not sure if they still do this shade. This shade seems to be going in and out of stock. But this is really pretty. These are a little bit dark for me though. Like the Buckbeak one from ColourPop and this one as well. Like it is more of like a coral peach kind of thing. And then this is a glitter one. But I use it in a full face of Kiko, and I did like the look of it. It didn't look like a glitter bomb like I thought it was going to. So it has just a really nice, like, very cool icy pink with a bit of sparkle. But the actual highlighter itself is quite subtle, so it does go with what I like. And finally, two highlighters from Florasis. These were sent to me in PR.
This is more of a blush on me. It's like that NARS Orgasm kind of shade, so, but since they market it as a highlighter, I put it with my highlighters. I'll pop it here. But this is just a bit too intense for me. Like as a blush, I just don't wear shades like this. And then this is the other one, which is like another champagne, sort of white gold kind of shade, really pretty. I do really enjoy this. Like it's a very pretty formula. So maybe keep one of these and then declutter the other one, because this I do really like. It's that white to a gold sort of flip, but it's a cooler tone sort of flip. I do like that. So I'm trying to get as many of these in frame as I can. Here we have all the swatches. I can't really fit it in. But yeah, those are all of my highlighters swatched out for you. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Stay tuned because I have two blush and lipstick, 2 more inventory videos coming your way. So if you'd like to stay tuned for all of that goodness. And then of course I do regular videos on this channel as well, 4 times a week. I have a second channel where I post once a week, and I have a blog where I review a lot of these things as well. Plus we're doing declutters in March. So I hope you're down with that. And yeah, let me know in a comment down below if there's anything you want to see more close up. And then I would like to thank you very much for your time watching this video today. And then I hope to see you in my next one. Bye-bye.